Right, next project. You need your clay, your guides, your rolling pin, and you're gonna start rolling out your clay. You need a good amount of clay this time, so remember to keep flipping it over, quarter turn. Keep rolling your clay until it doesn't move anymore. You see little blisters in your clay? Those are air pockets. Make sure you pop them. Okay, so my clay doesn't move anymore. That means I'm done rolling it up. Next thing I'm gonna grab is a bowl. Any bowl will do. Plastic bowl, tall bowl, glass bowl, ceramic bowl. Any bowl will do. Put it down. I'm gonna go about a half an inch or so around it. I'm going to get rid of my excess clay. Alright, put this clay back in your bag because you're going to need it and you don't want it to dry out. Take my bowl off. Next thing I'm going to do is put my little shopping bag on my bowl. And I'm going to touch all the excess in the bowl. So now I'm going to drape my clay. I don't need this anymore. Drape my clay on top of my bowl. So this is called the drape molding technique. The bowl that you're using is your mold, and you're draping it over your clay. You're going to gently push it down. In other words, your clay is going to get the shape of your bowl, which we want. See, I'm pushing all the clay to one side so it fits tight on my bowl. Cut the excess clay away. Cut some more away. That until it barely overlaps. Now I can score and slip this together. Here's my slip. Too much clay here. I'm going to take that away as well, and I'm going to smoothen and blend it in so from the outside you never see that you scored and slipped and attached those two sides together. Okay, so that's one part. You're going to leave your bowl upside down for at least a few days. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to add a foot to your bowl. A foot can be, again, as simple as little balls of clay like you did with your soap dishes. Right? Make sure you only have 3 and then it doesn't wobble. It will be part of your grate to make sure that it is stable, so if your bowl is wobbly there will be some points taken off. The other thing you can do is a foot ring. is, now you know how to make a coil. Roll a coil. That's a little bigger. Right, and this can be my foot, or you can come up with your own design. In the previous classes, they've made little acorns as feet, actual feet, animal paws, whatever you want, as long as there's a foot on your bowl and it is stable. Make sure you score and slip your foot on. I'm going to use the coil. Use my slip. I'm going to blend this in some because I want to make sure it stays on. Alright, so the foot is attached and blended in. This needs to stiffen up a little bit, you know, become leather hard, so I'm going to put this to the side. Next, you're going to go outside and find a bunch of different leaves that you would like to attach to your leaf bowl. I got a small oak leaf here. It's actually a piece of paper. So I'm going to get a little bit of my clay and I'm going to roll this out as thin as I can. I'm not using my guides. So look, this is nice and thin because leaves are thin. I want to get rid of my canvas pattern on it because I don't want those dots on my leaf. And I'm going to trace my leaf and then I'm going to attach that leaf to my bowl. Going to attach a vein to the center part. So right here, I'm going to draw it in first. Doesn't have to be straight. And I'm going to roll a very thin and long coil, which will be my center vein. I'm going to make tiny little scoring marks right here on my leaf. And then with my slip, I'm just going to add a little bit of slip. Going to attach it to it and gently press it on without breaking it. Okay? The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the edges of my leaf so it looks a little thinner, right? Because leaves are thin. Next, I can attach it to my leaf bowl. So I'm going to work upside down for now. If I want my leaf right here, right, I can kind of trace it so I know where to score and not have scoring marks everywhere. Alright, so now I know exactly where to score. Also need to score the back side of my leaf. And you slip again. So not water, but your slip. Right? You slip for attaching. And I can gently press it on. So now that my leaves are attached, I'm gonna cut the top even. Right, it's upside down. So you gotta wait till your clay is letter hard to do this. My clay is letter hard, I can take it off the bowl. I'm gonna open up my bag. Take the bowl out first. And then peel out the bag. Okay? If I leave it on the bowl too long, right, your clay when it dries up, it's also going to shrink. And it will not be able to shrink if it's stuck on your bowl. Okay, so when it's letter hard, meaning it's holding its shape, you need to get it off the bowl. Yeah, it's holding the shape, it's not floppy. It's still a little soft. So the next thing I'm gonna do, you can see my line, the perfect circle from the bowl that I used. I'm gonna use that to cut it even. And here where I attach the two pieces together, I'm gonna patch that up with clay.
I'm also going to get rid of all the lines from my plastic bag. I'm going to get it nice and clean.
Okay, with a damp sponge, so not soaking wet, but a damp sponge, I'm going to round my edges, and then it makes it look like it's even though it's not. So you're gonna hide some of the areas to make it look a lot cleaner.